OCO, what's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short, or Divine Starseed. This is a collective reading that's focused very heavily on feminine energy. We're doing the V for victory spread, divine feminine. So if you are a masculine that is trying to tap into your feminine energy, this could still be for you. I will say she during the reading. But again, if you are masculine or you just resonate with identifying as something different and this energy makes sense to you, let it flow where it's supposed to go. Okay? As I've been saying for a while now, the energy of the divine feminine is very crucial during this time. It's not it's just for this year or next. It's for the time. We are in the age of Aquarius. We are in the age of feminine energy rising again, okay? So we're going to figure out what's going on with this vibe right now and do this V for victory spread. We're going to start to see, for some reason I feel the need to focus on your moves, like what move should the divine feminine be making right now. It's a part of the vibe here. So let's get these cards out all at once, shall we? What moves should the divine feminine be making right now? How to go about it. We're going to go this way. What are the opportunities? No, they're drawing me back this way now. What's manifesting from that opportunity? Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay. What's the goal here, Spirit? I believe we see it already, but what's the goal here? Funny how I said I believe we see it already. We'll get the last card out. We'll shuffle the last card out towards the end. Let's just get this V started, shall we? All right. So we have what moves to make with the Five of Cups here. And then we have the how to go about it, Seven of Cups. We have the opportunity, Three of Swords. Very interesting that the Three of Swords is in the opportunity position here. And then we have, as we finish off our part of our point here, we have what's manifesting and we have the goal. Starting with the Five of Cups, vibration as far as, make sure my camera's focused here. Starting with the Five of Cups, as far as what the move is to make, that's just the point. It's to move on. A part of this divine feminine, and this is going to be the energy that you're going to hear a lot of, it's just going to come out in different contexts, different ways, but it's getting beyond the blockage point. Some of you aren't meant to recross certain bridges. Normally there's like a bridge and the person's trying to cross over to the other side to get to the event that's happening actually in the Four of Wands. But in this case, with this Five of Cups, you're not meant to really cross over to this area. This is an area that you're meant to leave. It's that old expression, some bridges that are burnt aren't meant to be rebuilt. I'm all for you leaving burnt bridges where they are when they were meant to be torn down. I've spoken of this before, channeled this before in another collective reading. And for you, divine feminine, all those places you wanted to venture to that you always gave an excuse for, or that other energies came in and blocked you from doing, it's time to release that so that you can actually go to those spaces. There's a reason that they're calling you. There's a reason that that energy is saying, interact with me. build with me. And this is something deep within yourself. It has nothing to do with a lover. It has nothing to do with family. It's you reconnecting to your artistry and your creativity, which is what the feminine energy is. It is the vessel of creation. And just like you can, if you're in the feminine body, just like you can create a baby, if you're in the masculine body, just like you can plant a seed of life that creates the said baby, you can create other things and other opportunities. And you have to let go of what you felt didn't work out before in order to do this. Whatever you felt lost at, a part of it is because you kept trying to go the same route to get to a different result. You kept taking the same road to get to a different place, and they're like, you can't do that no more. You kept trying to cross a bridge into an area that it's not off limits to you because you're not meant to be privileged. It's off limits to you because that area just won't serve you. So this could be very literal for some of you. You could literally be trying to go back to like a state that you grew up in, or you could be trying to go back to a job that you left, and Spirit's like, that's not it. That it's nothing wrong with going back to work if you needed to. It might be the type of job you're trying to do. It's nothing wrong with revisiting your spiritual journey. It's the way that you're going about it. You need a different approach, and you need a more open mind as you do so. We're going to get into where that comes from in just a second with the open mind reference, but this is the next move to make. How to go about it with the Seven of Cups over here. Again, I love how the Three of Swords is in the middle of these two. With the Seven of Cups, you know which one of these will serve you. You've kind of been sitting, like sort of allowing yourself, since you felt at a loss at one point or at this current point, you kind of let yourself sit in that loss, sit in confusion. But the reality is, you know the next step you have to take. You know the next choice to make. You just don't make it because, again, it involves going a different route than what you're used to doing. Or it involves changing something in your personality that you're attached to. Not because it serves you, but it's what you know. There's an attachment too much to what you know. And unfortunately, a lot of that thing that you know is tied into some type of disappointment, some type of, it was out of my control, but at the same time, it was like a predictable thing out of my control. So I know how to react to it. I can prepare my emotions to some extent for what the downside of this is, because it can only lead to some type of disappointment. It can only lead to some type of sadness and etc. The Three of Swords isn't going to always be portrayal and or even really pain of the heart all the time. It can just simply be the mental rewind of the same old happening again and again and again, because nobody reinvents the wheel, because no one takes anything different. And I feel like you probably heard a lot of stuff that made you feel like you were supposed to keep trying to do things the way you did before. That expression, don't reinvent the wheel. Sometimes that makes sense. Sometimes. But the reality also is, somebody invented that very thing that they're telling you not to reinvent. Somebody invented the wheel in order for there to be a model for other wheels. Somebody came along and said, I want mine to be embroidered. I want mine to be a different color. I want mine to be made out of a different material. And that is how we got all of the other things. Most of the time, something we're trying to tap into, especially on a spiritual journey, they're all linked together somewhere. They all tie in. They're all a part of a similar tapestry. They're just very unique impressions of that. So we're trying to connect to what speaks to us the loudest, but you can't do that if you're trying to stay in the same old vibration. It's important, feminine, for you to realize that you're not lost. You're just trying to cross bridges that don't need to be crossed. You're trying to revisit something that doesn't need to be revisited. It's time for you to come out of that, oh, I'm just so confused. You're not. You just need to be brave enough, which is innate. Your bravery is already an innate ability. You just have to tap into it. You have to be brave enough to make the choice that is necessary and trust the path that choice puts you on, and know that no matter what comes up, no matter what you run into, you can always recover. You can always heal. Three of Swords speaks a lot about needing to release something in order to recover. Funny enough, this opportunity of what you need to release leads you right into what's manifesting. And it's literally the Four of Swords, recovery. those opportunities that you thought you lost, or that event that you thought couldn't happen, and that you've kind of been avoiding tapping into, sticking to the same old thing so that you don't have to worry about that new thing that's scary. Spirit is like, well, the moment that you make the right choice and you tap into that energy and release the old, the moment you recover what's really meant for you, the moment that you get the rest and reprieve that you deserve. Sometimes the Four of Swords is a meditative state. Something that you need to just, if you thought on it right now, you know exactly what this is about. Most of the time, channel messages, especially for the collective, is informing you about something that there's an inner knowing to. You just couldn't seem to get out of your own way to tap into it. So in comes an energy that can point it out. And then you use your own discernment to decipher what's really going on. What's the deeper layer of this? What part of this is for me? Okay. Now, the goal, the goal is, once you get into this energy, you get into this rejuvenated recovery, you get into this, I'm not really lost. I know where I need to go. I'm no longer confused. I just needed to release what was holding me back so I can go to that new space. I'm not meant to cross the water and go back to the old dingy, tacky, tired city or ways. I'm meant to elevate. Then you stop ignoring or missing the blessings that the divine is sending to you. You don't ignore it anymore. You don't write it off. And sometimes it's not so much as you might be ignoring it, but you make an excuse not to accept it. Spirit's like, now we've put it in your face where you can see it and you wide awake to see it. At this point, the goal is for you to reach your hand out and take that which is being given to you. Okay. What draws all of this together? Let's get the bottom of our V here. What draws all of this together? You can't make that up. Ace of Wands. What? Do I even need to say it? Considering what I just said for the Four of Cups. Do I need to say it? I suppose you now know what action you're supposed to take. You got the confirmation you were asking for, right? There it is. You know what to do already. You're not as lost as you're allowing yourself to believe you are. And you have your reasons for that belief. You have what made you feel like that belief would make sense. But Spirit's reminding you that it doesn't. Spirit's reminding you that the inspired new beginning starts with you. The first step is your step. I can show you the door. I can't make you walk through it. Right? I can tell you the layout, but you're going to have to discover the rest of the map on your own. And even then, the layout given to you, you still have to use your intuition as you walk upon it. It doesn't matter who you learn from. It doesn't matter who you gain your knowledge from in this aspect. It matters how you use it and what you resonate with and how you translate it. What issue are we talking about right now, collective? You, the person watching. What issue are we talking about? That's the issue. You know what to do. Stop playing like you don't. It's a lot of thinking, feelings, emotions, Pisces energy, Aquarius energy, Gemini, Scorpio. A lot of tug, pull, wave over, push, tug, pull, wave over, push. A lot of that's taking place in this energy. A lot of Cancer energy. I'm reading those intuitively, but yes, those are the water and air signs. Libra, needing balance, needing to be focused, needing harmony. You got to make the adjustments. Let's get into the Divine Feminine Intuitive Oracle. You know what to bet on. Funny, because I have a reading I'll be doing soon on my channel, What to Gamble. You guys probably seen the Kagaguri spread before on my Instagram. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, like, what was it, last year before last? I'm bringing it back. I'm going to bring it onto the channel. You know where to place the cards. You know what to bet on. You know where the chips are going to fall. You've just been afraid to take the chance. You've been afraid to make the move. Fear does nothing but hold someone back from their greatness. You're not lost. You're here. You're not lost. You're just here, needing to go somewhere other than there. But you're not lost. We are the granddaughters of the wishes you couldn't burn. You come from a very strong feminine energy. Be you a masculine watching this right now, resonating with the feminine energy. Be you them, they, whatever. Don't ever deny the mothers and the grandmothers whose wombs brought you into this world. Now, the one who might have delivered you may have not always been the best person. That's just honesty for some people. We're not going to sugarcoat nothing around here. It's all out of love. But that doesn't mean that in your lineage, there hasn't been someone of great potential and great power who shift whatever the current energy in the timeline was in order to create the opportunities that led to you. You are beyond just the dreams of those ancestors and those grandmothers and great grandmothers. You're the energy personified, and they're not here for you to be them. That's not your purpose. You're not here to be them, but you can take that internal wisdom, that eternal understanding, and apply it to your current way of being to help you move forward, so that you realize that you're not lost. You're not alone. There's no confusion here. It's unnecessary. You start walking more in your purpose. You honor them. Again, not to be them. They've given you the internal wisdom and the eternal connection to move forward where you need to be. Don't play small. Don't play silly. Don't play dumb. V for victory. You were victorious before you realized that you were. Now you need to your actions need to show it. You're not showcasing it enough. They're like, oh child, let me tell you what, girl. Somebody real country. Oh child, let me tell. I'm hearing what they say. The Lord is on the hotline. Tell him what you want. Somebody's grandma for real. God's on the hotline. Tell him what you want. It's Sade. You don't get no smoother. Smooth operator. Come on now. You your own lead guitarist. You play your own music. You need to be jamming to your own rhythm here. Hungry dogs are never loyal. People starving and just like never allowing themselves to feel satisfied, never allowing themselves to feel some sense of wholeness, always feel such a lack that they'll take from any and everybody. And in your case, this could have been people you were dealing with. Be honest if it was yourself. From one of the aspects it could have been of yourself. It's that wanting to return to the old thing, because even though it leaves you hungry, even though it leaves you starving, it's the devil that you know. Right? It's the thing that you can, I know how to deal with this hunger. But it always leaves you taking onto yourself what you don't need to take onto yourself. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. This is probably too dark for y'all to see. Let me try and tilt it to light. I'm going to try to lighten the video, but we have MFers not stopping ish. Okay? Nobody's stopping you. Nothing's, who, what's the block? Who, where, who gave him that power? Nothing's stopping you. Justice will be served. You get your just desserts, they get their just desserts. Nothing is for somebody sitting here once again thinking about this responsibility, that responsibility, this person stopping me, that person stopping me. Some of y'all think of the worst case scenarios too. I know what it's like to watch a person not move on or anywhere in life because they were so afraid of what would happen if, you know, what would happen to this person if I just left? Who's going to care for them? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? And that very person they were taking care of didn't give two issues about them, for real, for real. Put them through all kinds of, and this was a relative. This was a relative of theirs, not even like some ex or anything. This was a person who you would think would be in their corner. No, used every opportunity to talk smack about them, but the people they talk smack to about that individual weren't helping the person at all. It was the person they were talking shit about that was helping them. MFers ain't stopping nothing. You're allowing them to if you keep giving them that power by saying, oh, I gotta be responsible for them. Oh, but what happens if I leave? Da, da, da. That's not your problem. I keep telling y'all, that keeps channeling for y'all for a reason. You're supposed to have these fresh new beginnings. You're supposed to be going somewhere new, doing something new. Do something new. I'm hearing T-Pain. Do something new. When he was complaining about how many little babies, little everythings there was. Do something different. Okay, we have did it on them. Man, I just did it on them. Y'all, you're going to be flipping the script on people as you enter this energy because you're serving yourself. You're allowing for the adjustments necessary to be made. Remember I mentioned Libra just as energy. You are sexy AF and it's turning them on. Some of the people this can just be attraction energy for some of you, but some of the people who are going to start coming in your world are people that are just attracted to that magnetic energy that you're finally allowing yourself to recognize. It's always been there and people have always been attracted to it, but now you get to tap into that power and understand it and utilize it in the right context and the right ways. That's also very significant. Divine Feminine, get it all the way together, mama. All right? Peace, love, and light, beautiful soul. If you enjoy the vibe around here, be sure to subscribe and, of course, check out my oracle decks. See you next time.